Back at it again. Welcome back to Headlight Headlines, your daily automotive news podcast. Hope everyone had a great weekend, but we're back here. It is Tuesday, January the 17th, 2023, and we don't have a ton of news today. We got some follow-ups and a couple interesting things to look at, and we're going to start it here with Mazda. But before that, check us out on Twitter at HlightHlines, on Instagram and TikTok at Headlight Headlines. And with that being said, let's get straight into it. So the other day, I discussed an article talking about how the rotary engine was coming back for Mazda. And here we finally have all the details about it from the MX-30 REV, which is the vehicle that it's going into. The MX-30 was an all-electric vehicle last year, and it only had 100 miles of range. And not that many people bought it, especially here in America, because there's way better options out there. And so what they did is they made this version the REV, range extended version. So this article here compares it a lot to the BMW i3, which is another vehicle that uses a range extender. And what it does basically is it has a very small engine in the car, as it normally would in the front. And what that engine does is it's used to generate electricity when the battery is running low. So the BMW i3 had a really small engine in it, and it could get about 30 or so extra miles. But Mazda, I think, is going for a bit more here with their rotary engine. So here we've got some more pictures of a different colorway. It's very interesting red pillars, red A to D pillar, which is pretty interesting. Nothing I've really seen before. No other car really has it like that, where the roof is black, the pillars are a different color. But anyway, this is more about the rotary. Here you've got a picture of it. It is a single rotor compared to the RX-8. The last car to have a rotary had a dual rotor system. But they're saying that you can only get 53 miles off the battery alone, which is interesting to think of, because why would they want to do that for the range extending version? Why would they want to decrease their electric battery at all? So it seems like instead now the BMW i3 used a small engine, small fuel tank to help give the car more miles, but it seems like they're going to go with a larger engine with a larger fuel tank, where I'm assuming that the gas engine is going to play a bigger role in the vehicle than before. So it says that it has a 13-gallon fuel tank, which is crazy. That's just the one. They pulled the one from the Mazda 3 and put it in there. The i3 had about a 2-gallon fuel tank. So you can kind of see where they're trying to do here. And they're saying the range should be around 373 miles, which is interesting, considering that the fully electric version only went 100 last year, and this version's electric can only go 53. But it seems like using the rotary engine like that basically will just replenish the electric battery a couple times, is what it seems like. But they're saying it should be about 164 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque, which is 21 more horsepower than the fully electric version. You get less torque, and it's a little bit heavier. But it is improved 0 to 60, 9.1 instead of 9.7. And like I said just a second ago, it is a bit heavier. I think it is an interesting decision for them to make. And they're estimating that the cost for the REV will be around $36,000 for the entry level version of it, which isn't terrible. And if it really gets that 373 miles, then it might be a decent seller. But it is a rotary, so who knows. Very interesting. I can't wait for this car to like finally come out and people start driving it so that we can really see how it works. Cause it's pretty quirky in that way. Interestingly enough. Next up, we have an interesting thing that I kind of discussed the other day about how Tesla prices are going to start to decrease and plummet here soon. And they are already selling a cheaper brand new Model Y that you can get. So currently on the Model Y configurator, the entry level Model Y for the long range version is about $54,000 and the performance is $58,000. But apparently on the online inventory that Tesla has, you can get a base model that's $2,000 less for that long range version. And like they're not showing this on the configurator. It still shows that more expensive price. But they already have the base models built pretty much. And so the price of this new car is just dropping for no reason, pretty much. And used Teslas are about to plummet. New Teslas like this might decrease similarly to this, or maybe a little bit more. I don't know. It's hard to predict, obviously, stuff like this. But I just think less people are gonna own Teslas here soon. More people might buy them because they get cheaper, but I don't know. I'm very interested to see where the United States market goes with Tesla, how that's going to fluctuate here soon. And who knows when their sales and everything will get back up to this level. We're still waiting on that Cybertruck. Hopefully someday soon. Next, we got a pretty cool thing that Toyota did. Their Gazoo Racing GR division. At the same Tokyo Auto Show where the GTR was unveiled, that we talked about on Friday, is two concepts of the AE86, one that is electric and one that's hydrogen powered. So the AE86 is one of Toyota's most beloved cars from the 80s. And you can see here that they have an electric motor in this one. All the different components here, some in the back as well. And then the hydrogen power one still has the same engine, the 4AGE, except it uses the hydrogen fuel cell system instead. And they like stripped these cars down, and they're really cool looking. They're obviously not going to sell them, but I think they're really nice. Really, really nice. And they're just so clean. I don't know where they pulled these 86s out of, what storage closet they pulled it out of there, but they are so clean. And I love it. I wonder like how much power they put in the electric one. I'm really interested to know that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I got carbon fiber hood is what it says. Didn't look like it, but I guess it is. Very cool from Toyota. Kind of unexpected, but it happened and it's cool. Next up, very interesting. I did not know anything about this until I was looking at stuff this morning. But Lexus has a racetrack SUV that they made and that they unveiled last week. It is called the RZ Sport concept. And it's based on the RZ 450 is what the Lexus car is called. And it's crazy looking. First off, these wheels are very nice. High output 150 kilowatt motors in the front and rear. That's almost double Well, it has the same in the back, but it's almost double in the front. It's lowered, and it has 2 spoilers. Interesting. Massive hood scoops. Larger tires. These flared fenders here. Vented fenders up front. Let's see if we can enlarge this. It's like really dark of a picture, so it's kind of hard to see what exactly is going on here. I like the blue accents, kind of. So you can see it's lowered. Got the fender flares, the vented fenders, aggressive front fascia. This looks carbon fiber here, so it might be carbon fiber hood. I want to see the back though. I want to see that double spoiler. That just looks atrocious. I can't lie. Take one of them off. Take this one off, to be honest. But besides that, it's a wild idea. Will they make this? Probably not. It would be cool if they did, but I doubt it. But I think it's really cool. The people who make concept cars, that's an insane job. I wish I could get something like that someday. We'll see. I doubt it. And then for our last article of the day, just a fun one that we're looking at. Best used cars for under $20. Family sedans to sport coupes. Let's take a peek. There are a lot of cars you can get for under 20 grand. And it looks like, at least from the thumbnail, that most of these are newer cars. So let's take a look. First off, we got the Mustang EcoBoost. It's an EcoBoost. Not recommending it, to be honest. It's a decent car, but come on. Nissan Leaf, electric car. Okay. Yeah, it's one of the cheapest electric cars you can get on the market. And it's not a bad car. Interesting thing down here. Don't really know what's going on with that. But besides that, pretty cool car. Honda Accord. Yeah, pretty basic. Can't lie. Yeah, it's a decent car though. Sonata, they're decent. Nothing super fancy, but they look nice. Not the most reliable, but they're okay now. Jetta. All these cars are very new. Camry, of course, one of the top selling cars in the country. The Impreza, pretty good. They say it's underpowered, but beside that, it's pretty good. Subarus are alright. It does have a small screen. Honda Fit, yeah. Manual, that's what I was going to say. You can get a manual. But besides that, it looks pretty outdated. Corolla, I love the Corolla. It's not the GR, but it's nice. I like the Corolla. I'm a fan. Another with a manual. Fusion and Fusion Hybrid. If you want a car that looks like it was built in 2012, go ahead. And that's it. Honestly, quite an underwhelming list. A lot of cars they could have put on there. But obviously, all of these cars are 2019 or newer. So it's probably hard to find something like that. But there's so many good ones that you can get under 20 grand. Let me know what your favorite car is that you can get for under 20 grand. And with that being said, that's all we got for today. Be sure to check us out on Twitter at HLightHlines, TikTok and Instagram at HeadlightHeadlines. And with that being said, have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the next one.